earnest in the multi-billion-dollar global cybercrime market. That's according to a new study published by a leading Russian security intelligence provider.
And it's not just about the money. The study's authors say that there's been a sharp increase in the number of politically motivated attacks. Let's chat to Prime Time's Jacob Greaves now to get more on this story. Jacob, let's start with the money. Sounds fairly substantial. How much is being made in Russia and who's making it?
Well, according to this study, from Russians hackers based in the country and from abroad as well, there's really been, across the board, a double in the amount of profits being made by Russian hackers. It's taken up to about $4.5 billion in 2011 alone, so quite substantial amounts. It really echoes the trend of growing activity when it comes to Russian hackers. We've seen them recently launch attacks on Facebook sites, with Facebook security teams saying they're the greatest threat to their security. Now, of these profits, about 33% from all computer crime tends to go to criminal groups and, for instance, the Russian mafia.
Jacob, obviously the level of hacking poses many problems for web users, people like you and I, but who's being targeted and how are the hackers doing it?
Well, business groups, in particular, businesses are being targeted and losing out quite a lot of money. In fact, in 2011 alone, about $100 billion was estimated to be lost because of disrupted activity. But also it's the everyday folk, the individual users, who are substantially targeted when it comes to spam or malware and such viruses. And also when it comes to setting up fake investments, such as Ponzi schemes online, they prove quite lucrative for Russian hackers.
So, plenty going on in Russia, but why is that? Why does it appear to be such a haven for activity?
Well, really, when you speak to a lot of analysts on this subject, they say it's because there's already a wealth when it comes to knowledge and information technology in Russia. People have the training and the education in this area. But also, on top of that, there's actually very little room for their development, and there are many saying that that's part of the reason that they're turning to these criminal activities.
Well, there we go. That's correspondent Jacob Greaves. Thank you very much for the roundup.